Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 5th episode of Kanojo, which continues to be the best new show of the season. And last episode, we finally got our blonde girl, who just so happens to be a MeTuber, and she kind of like found her secret eating spot, and things somehow escalated from that to her declaring that she will be our protagonist's girlfriend as well. And I also have a cat here that I'm kind of dealing with, so don't mind that, but yeah, that's what we ended off on. This girl's kind of something, so I guess we'll see exactly how the girlfriend offer is received. So let's jump into it. If I can get my hand around the cat. 3, 2, 1. There's really not room for you up here because of how things are positioned, but he's trying. No. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have your uniform in the background. Yeah, that's just how that works. I mean, a third one, yeah, that's just crazy. Sunny and Melik, she's just straight up okay with being a third girlfriend. Wants a big, strong man to protect her. I mean, yeah, that's not exactly a poker face. Because you need it. Gotta reposition the mic. You kind of bumped the pop shield thingy. I like her. He is who he is. I mean, I'd be happy. She is beautiful. There's really no arguing against that. I still think Saki's more attractive overall, but not by a lot. Not by a lot. Did you send any super chats? Well, I think that's a yes. Unless there's a butt coming. There's a butt. Is 2 just a magic number for you? I don't think she was expecting the rejection. I mean, I wasn't really either, so I get it. Because she just stands there, talking about how wonderfully beautiful she is, which she's right. And then he seemingly agrees, and then follows it up with a no thank you. That is a little bit surprising, but I'm sure he'll clarify, elaborate after we get back from our fun opening. Bum 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 bum. I still hear her as Nina whenever she talks, though. I mean, that might fade away the more screen time she has. Don't... Stupid cat trying to walk over my microphone cord. Can't just go around for whatever reason. Gotta reposition it now. Because I had to literally lift it to get the cat to be able to get over it without pulling it off, which would be pretty bad. This was not a cheap mic. It's a Blue Yeti if you were curious. Bum 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 bum. A third one? Yeah, San Ninma, literally the name of the episode. But why though? If you can handle 2, surely you can handle a third one. Well, she doesn't seem to be against the decision. Man, who would reject this beautiful MeTuber? Seems like it. To be fair, the show is called Kanojo, not Kanojo. which she says about herself. Okay, now we're starting with fighting words. Yeah, whoever has most subscribers on YouTube is the best, don't you know? That's how it works. That's a good point. I guess you do have to kind of draw the line somewhere. I mean, he does struggle to make his two current ones happy, so I guess I get it. I suppose I understand. But are you sure we can't make room? Tashikani. I'm curious where we're gonna go from here. Like, will she be able to persuade him in the end? Focusing on that chest, for a reason, it seems like. I mean, stripping might be a good way to get him to change his mind. Damn. Nobody said otherwise. What's the alphabet again? I mean, Saki of course loses, but don't really need to count for that. Man, she really is fighting the good fight here. That is how it works. The best Yōkai are the ones attached to your girlfriend. Girlfriends, plural. Man, considering how arrogant this girl is, this gotta be a real blow to her self-esteem. Yeah, I mean... You could so easily see up that skirt. I mean, I think we're done here. Yeah, we live together. That's also a thing. No, nobody said that. We just kind of implied it. Are we gonna get like a chase scene? Oh, try to grab that ass. Ow. I was actually thinking the other two girls had some pretty cool looking landings, and then he did not. I mean, speaking of scene of a skirt, if the show actually had panty shots, we might actually have gotten one or two this episode. I suppose we can make room for you. Is that how it works? Just have your not girlfriend live with you until you agree to be your girlfriend. It's such a weird situation. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around it. Yeah, this guy has his morals. He's the most Majime 2-timer I've ever seen in anime. What do you even say to this overall situation? Well, that all just happened. But that's what I love about this show, is that it's so not standard at all. I mean, some stuff is, but kind of the way it gets to it is quite different. Okay. I thought I was looking at a boat. That's a tent. This beautiful, popular YouTuber girl is living in a tent in our freight yard. I'm kind of dead right now. I already suspected that everyone in the show was insane, and I feel like I'm sure now. I feel like there's no doubt in my mind anymore. Everyone in this show is insane. You won't let me live in your house, or live in a tent in your yard. I've kind of fallen for you. If that's any consolation, which I know it's not. Probably don't need to go that far. I mean, she's not causing that much trouble. An outdoor tenant. Our potential third girlfriend that was rejected but hasn't quite given up is now living in a tent in my front yard. That's a light novel title for you right there. I'm with you there. I really can't believe this is happening. It's not often I'm kind of just at a loss of what to say about a situation. Because, yeah, as an anime connoisseur, I feel like I've seen almost anything there is to see, but we have a rejected girlfriend living in the front yard in a tent. That's what's happening right now. I mean, we'll see for how long, but, it seemed like such a good idea at the time, didn't it? Oh god, a centipede, okay. Okay. I'm wet, I'm cold, please let me inside. The determination. I don't know how this really helps with that goal, though. You know, I feel like we should have like a formal meeting amongst him and his two girlfriends about whether or not we should allow her in. Just throw money, more money at the problem. We are not giving up. The music just kind of makes it so much better. Jesus, that was a lot of money. What kind of videos? Oh my god. As she wears a face mask. I mean, those G-cups probably keep you somewhat warm. Please send super chats. I really need them right now. Because it's sexy. I mean, yeah. Just straight up saying it. But everyone knows that. Make sure you want a G tier, please. It's just, I almost said VTuber. I would watch this exercise video. Because, yeah, you would have definitely a good view of the cleavage from there. It's like Training with Hinako. I think that's what the one anime is called. Been a long time since I watched it. Bachiri. So how many views is this getting? I'm kind of curious. Who needs a TV when you can just look outside your window, your front door, back door, whatever. Get the best entertainment. Might actually be more concerning than anything. You have to be pretty ganky to be able to keep this up. You can't just exercise forever. Take that out of context. I don't think they would laugh maniacally like that. I don't think they said any of that like that. But whatever motivates you. Shake 'em. 2 a.m. This is how she spends her time at 2 a.m. Too bad they don't have like 1 hour shipping. It's a very weird season of YouTube camp. We're trying to sleep. She should probably sleep as well. At some point. I mean, she might be asleep now. How are you doing? Are you okay? Filming in 720p like a filthy casual. I would say do the double piece, but you can't really do that when you're holding it. Oh, we got our Amazon package! Amazon, however you pronounce that. And now, we're set. No more all-night exercise for us. Having them delivered to somebody else's house. You are trying so hard. I mean, she could take a shower at our place, right? Good thing you can't smell it through the videos. I mean, with how much he's been sweating, it's not surprising. You know, just film the shower, you'll get tons of clicks, I guarantee you. Oh my god, oh my god, she really is gonna try to bathe here like this? Are you kidding me? Don't forget to film. It's a long hour, I'm sure. So, I guess it's time for our makeshift outdoor shower in somebody else's yard while they watch. With a fork. Okay, so she's not naked. That's a bit disappointing, but I guess it's understandable. I mean, it's still pretty great either way. And this way you could actually put it on YouTube without getting demonetized / banned. I mean, you might still get demonetized if you're unlucky. Yeah, you really showed us. You really showed us so much today. Zamam, you know, she says. Like, I feel like she's acting like she's, you know, winning a battle here. I don't know if she is. That kind of reminds me of Sonon Desuka. You know, they had kind of a makeshift shower, that show too. Though she actually was naked in that one. Which made it better. Honky, that's a word for it. She's a lot of things, but those are some of them, yes. The girlfriends are conspiring. I do kind of like seeing them bend over a table like that. Evil boobs. Boobs not evil. The people that wield them are evil. And yet a third girlfriend wants you to make her happy too. Although, considering what she's went through, I don't know how difficult it really would be to make her happy. I decided to let her in. I mean, I think she's earned a slot in our group at this point. Oh, okay. We're just having a swimsuit episode today. Oof. And they both look amazing as expected. Just thumbs up for me. But I think this is embarrassing. Imagine how Milika, whatever her name is, felt wearing it outside for her shower, where all the neighbors could see. That pose, though. Little did I know how determined she was when she first said that. Well, yeah. I mean, that's to be expected. She's gonna slip. Okay. Well, she got ahead of you. Are you gonna let her beat you like that? Get in there too, Saki. It's getting kind of hot in here, it's just me. Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't do something like that on purpose. Okay, so Aki's gonna get in there. Although she doesn't have much. That is one of the saddest things. Oh my god, it's coming off. Okay, maybe she does have her own strategy. It's like, mine may be smaller, but what if I show more of them? It probably balances out, right? I wish. No such thing as too much service. Don't be crazy. Oh yeah, wasn't that supposed to be talked about? Like, we gotta do something about that situation one way or the other. So that's what the whispering was about. It's very important. But I can do that. I know she wasn't talking to me, but I will do it anyway. Yeah, we had a lot of good times. No, I guess that's such a lovely smile. Okay, staring initiated. Take all those internal camera shots. Whew. Just literally all of them. So, I mean, this is what you wanted, right? To be viewed in your swimsuit, so... He's just doing what any good boyfriend would do. He is not a pervert. I was kind of wondering how Milika was doing. Today on Milika's channel, how far will we fall? How low will we stoop to make this man make me his third girlfriend? I mean, it's important. The episode's over, isn't it? I guess it had to end eventually. Unfortunate. This show truly is something special. Like, this is hands down my favorite show, my favorite new show of this season. And we still have her, who's our potential girlfriend number 4. Although, I don't think she'll, like... I can't imagine her doing the same kind of things that Milika did. And yeah, we did see the swimsuits in the ED, so... It makes sense we got to see them in the show itself. It was definitely nice seeing them in the show itself. And of course, her swimsuit that we literally saw her shower in while outside. I'm still just really curious how things are going to go with the silver-haired girl. Because it's got to be different enough from Milika to you know, stand out. And it's kind of curious how that'll go. Okay, it's just the preview. So yeah, that was that was the 5th episode of this show, Kanojo mo Kanojo, and the title of next episode is Tsun ga Dere. So Tsun is Dere. That's an interesting title because they're kind of opposites, right? I mean, because tsundere, I'm sure you know what tsundere is. There's the tsun, you know, the poking, the hostile half of the tsundere, and then there's the dere, which is the, you know, I love you so much, teehee half, right? That's a tsundere, right? So claiming that Tsun is dere, I don't know. That's an interesting take. I guess we'll see what that means next episode. But anyway, for this episode, we, like I said, last episode, we ended off with the offer for Milika to be his name, Naoya's girlfriend, third girlfriend, right? So, which is very interesting for several reasons, right? Because, I mean, for one thing, it was very difficult just to get the 2-girlfriend thing established. Like, Nagisa taking what she can get, of course, because it was either become girlfriend number 2 or become no girlfriend at all to him, right? So we had that. And of course, Saki took a lot of persuading to get that established, right? So it makes sense that she wouldn't be gung-ho to just pull in a 3rd girlfriend, right? Just putting him even more directions. You know, one thing that's really interesting about the kind of like the girlfriend situation of this show, because like harem anime is a common thing, right? There's plenty of them, not so much nowadays, but there's a lot of harem anime out there, but like they're not the girlfriends of the protagonist. They're just living around him or in his house because of various circumstances, and they often flirt with him in various ways, right? There's often lucky skebe moments here and there, but there's no like we're girlfriends sort of thing established. It's just like there's no actual relationship, no actual romantic relationship, just a lot of potential ones floating around, right? Everyone trying to become his one girlfriend, and he's just like, I can't choose one. That's crazy talk, right? So we're just gonna keep the status quo going for a while. But this show, it's also kind of haremish in a way, in the same way that you kind of like have new girls keep getting introduced that try to, you know, cling to our protagonist, right? But it's not just like arbitrarily hanging around him. It's just like, actually, I'm a girlfriend. Well, I'm his girlfriend too. No, I'm gonna be his girlfriend next. Like, we're actually establishing straight up girlfriend status of these characters. So that alone kind of adds an extra, an interesting element to the show for me, right? Like, there's no beating around the bush, is I guess like what I'm trying to say. Just like, we all want to be with you romantically. We're doing our best to make that happen. That's kind of the show, right? But just this girl, our new girl, yeah, so basically, yeah, she offered to become his girlfriend. Yeah, getting back on track. And he said no, because like he's working hard to make his current 2 girlfriends happy, and since that's been kind of a struggle, I mean, one ran away home not too long ago, so it makes sense that he kind of wants to like chill on that. Like, before we acquire any new girlfriends, we want to make sure we get the current thing is stable, like maintainable, like there's no issues, because the more he has to divide his attention, the harder it's going to be to satisfy his 2 current girlfriends, which is logic that I certainly understand, because some people would just like wildly, recklessly, you know, grab girlfriends like handfuls of candy, right? Just shove them in your mouth. No, not worrying about how sick you're going to be. But he's not that kind of guy. We already know he's not that kind of guy. He's very majime, very serious, straightforward kind of guy. So she kind of has to deal with that. But man, did she do her best to try to get his attention. And that's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. Her doing her best to get his attention. Like, she talks about how beautiful she is, you know, her MeTuber status. She shows off those G cups, and just none of it seemed to work. He acknowledges how wonderful and beautiful she is, but also just still rejected. That did not change. We got out of there, but then we had to eat our food. But things got really interesting when she decided that she would live in the yard. I'm not even sure if it's the front yard or the backyard. I think it's a backyard, actually. Which I guess is not as bad as the front yard as far as like neighbors seeing it, but still, I'm sure some neighbors would still see it, but still, she's living in her backyard. Like, this girl, upon being rejected to be the 3rd girlfriend, her solution to that was to get a tent, pitch it into his backyard, and live in there. I guess she's just thinking, well, he won't let me live in the house with the rest of the girlfriends, so maybe it's like a newbie at a company sort of thing. Like, you first join a company, of course you're not going to get all the nice perks and status of people that have been there for a while. You gotta have to work your way up from the bottom. So I'll start off by living in a crappy tent in the backyard, but over time he'll see how wonderful I am and get to really know that I am far more than worthy to be his girlfriend. I mean, if anything, he should consider himself lucky that I would do such a thing, that I would, be willing to enter such a position. Once he gets to that point, he'll gladly open his door, welcome me in, and be like, I'm sorry, I was crazy, I don't know what I was thinking, but you are truly the top tier girlfriend. Please come into my house. You are literally the best. I guess that's kind of how she imagines this going. So that's that. But and just so much of the episode was just kind of them standing like in front of or behind, however you want to phrase that, the glass door, just kind of watching her do her things, because she's still a MeTuber. She still continues to film her videos. She has like this little tripod sort of thing, and she puts her phone in it. She films with the phone. I guess she kind of has to, considering she's outside. Although even if you're outside, you could buy like an actual dedicated fancy camera, but maybe her channel's not that big budget, so she uses her smartphone, which I'm sure most MeTubers do that, because the vast majority of MeTubers probably don't make enough to justify buying expensive equipment. That's just a harsh reality of MeTube. Right, so, but the struggle is real though. There's nasty centipedes, there's the cold, there's just everything, but she was not deterred. Like, I actually thought pretty early on, once we got to like the centipede stuff, I thought she was gonna be like, you know what, never mind, I'm going home, I'll think of something else. This just isn't gonna work for me. But no, she doubles down. She buys things that she needs from Amazon, like just everything. She strips off that coat, whatever she's wearing, with the shirt beneath that shows off all that wonderful cleavage, which she very much pointed out how important it is to get those clicks as a MeTuber, which is definitely true. Definitely true. So yeah, just like, I don't know, just the push-ups especially was funny, because like very blatant, the camera positioning, the cleavage positioning, like the jiggle that naturally happens when you go up and down through push-ups. And of course, push-ups aren't anything sexual at all, so pretty low chance of getting demonetized by MeTube. So, and then we got the sit-ups and stuff, and this is obviously also warming her up, so kind of serves two purposes: getting those views, as well as keeping her warm, keeping her busy, even though she's doing these exercises at 2 o'clock in the morning in somebody else's backyard. Just, I don't know, just the whole situation was so crazy and ridiculous. I don't even know if I said anything worth anything during these segments, but just, I was really into it. I was enjoying every second of what I was watching. I couldn't believe, really, what I was watching. But man, was she excited when she finally got those Amazon packages. It's like, yes, proper equipment. Like, if anything, she should have just like waited until she got that stuff before she began this. And then we had a funny scene of everyone pointing out just how smelly this girl is. And like I said, one of the benefits of something like MeTube is that the viewers can't smell you. They can imagine, fantasize about what you smell like, and most of them I'm sure do, but they will never truly know, right? I mean, you could tell them what you smell like, but you could be lying, right? So she decided to take a shower, but she didn't go home and take a shower. That would be far too reasonable. That's what a sane person would do. That's we don't do sanity here. We really don't. So she had like this garbage bag filled with the water, I guess warmed it up by the sun, then hung it up. I can't even see all this with a straight face. She stabbed it multiple times with a fork so the water can come out, and then she went under it with her swimsuit to take a shower. I wish she had done it naked. That would have made it so much better. Because I honestly, I wouldn't even put it past her at this point. Because if you're trying to seduce this man, that would probably help, I would imagine. I mean, I'm pretty much positive. Like, there's no imagining there. Yeah, I mean, bikini is probably the most reasonable compromise if you don't want, because they already kind of threatened to call the cops on her, right? So they might actually do it if she went that far. But eventually, we had our other girls who kind of took a bit of a backseat for most of the episode, because a lot of the focus was on the new girlfriend, not girlfriend character. So they just kind of ambushed our protagonist in swimsuits. Then they call him the pervert, right? Because that's how it usually goes in these kind of shows. But yeah, they both look great, and I'm glad to see them in their swimsuits, because the ED was kind of a tease in that regard. We got to see them in their swimsuits, and actually seeing them properly animated in their swimsuits at different angles and stuff was wonderful to see, right? So I'm glad we got that. Some quality time, some quality bonding time. Although during a lot of the scene, I kept thinking about Milika, just kind of wondering what she was doing, because she definitely is a very, very interesting one. Right. So that was a great little scene. And that pretty much was the episode, right? We just had a little bit of talking near the end of the episode between them. And one final shot of our girl in her proper sleeping bag that she's probably actually fully warm in. So that was her episode. I love this show. I don't think I have anything more to say on the episode. I feel like I said enough, honestly. But just, I really do enjoy this show. Like, just every week I look forward to it. It's that show of the season that I just actively look forward to. I like check what day it is. Like, oh, it's Tuesday. I guess it's not quite. It's not Kanojo Mo Kanojo Day yet. Unfortunately, the show's kind of at that level for me. So I'm really enjoying the show. I hope you are as well. If you do enjoy my reaction to it, I do hope you click that like button and support me on Patreon. Leave a comment if you got something to say, and watch more of my videos if you enjoyed this one. So that's that. So bye bye.